Hello, welcome to Swinging Steve's Bargain Beer Reviews. Okay, Bargain Beer Hunters. Let me give you the latest lowdown on what's at Lidl at the moment. So Lidl do a beer festival. They do about 1, 2, sometimes 3 a year, I think. And at the moment, I don't know if it's an official beer festival. I didn't see any signs. It just said once they've been sold, they're gone. So there's 5 beers here today. 5 beers that are new to me. I've not seen these before. I've certainly not seen them in Lidl. And there was other beers that we normally have. Now one of those beers is Luminous Lights, New England IPA. £1.79 that is. Absolutely fantastic beer. If you're new to this channel, that is a beer I think it's absolutely fantastic. So really, if you see this one, go for this one. Really, really good for the price. New England IPA, not easy to get right at such low profit margins. So, well, I'm presuming they're going to be low profit margins when it's £1.75 or £1.79 a can. I've got to be really quick with this because my battery's going down. I'll not touch the screen because it'll stop altogether. So the first beer is, this came in at £1.79, and this is Stuart Brewing New Relic Mosaic IPA. Okay, really looking forward to that. Mosaic, I love Mosaic hop. And I will read the spiel on the back. I don't usually do this before I have a drink. I like to make my own judgments, but I will give you a little bit of an insight to what it says. It says a full flavoured IPA showcasing the trademark stone fruit and blueberry flavours of the Mosaic hops. And that's brewed in Edinburgh. So Stuart Brewing, their beers are really solid. Next we've got Drygate, a brewery that I find a bit hit and miss, if I'm honest with you. Never had anything by Drygate that's blown me away. I quite like their tropical one that they released. This again, £1.79. It's a 440 can. It's a session IPA. It's called 7 Peaks. Looks interesting. What does it say? 7 Peaks, blah blah blah. Named for the distinctive roof of our Glasgow brewery, but inspired by our Scottish outdoor, 7 Peaks celebrates the juxtaposition of human-made and natural, from beaches to Ben Nevis, in journey through our country. Is encapsulated in this session IPA. Its appearances evokes golden coastlines and crashing foam. They go around houses with this one, don't they? Through field and forest, fragrant wildflower, gorse and pine needle aromas, are followed by fruity flavours of bramble, red currant and gooseberry. This is why I don't read them before I drink them, because it's selling it. If it doesn't taste like any of those things that it's describing itself as, I'm going to see it as a disappointment. Traverse the tree line, taking in resinous pine on the way up. Finally, ascend to the knife-edge bitterness at the jagged summit, and get ready to do it all again. Okay, so it tells you a bit about the brewery. I'm not going to talk about the brewery after that. So that's selling itself as quite an impressive session IPA. I'll be certainly looking out for the piney notes in that one. Next one we've got Hoppy Polar White IPA. Had white IPAs before, never had one by Drygate, never had this one before. 6.7%. This was £1.50 a can. This is 330ml. So yeah, a smooth, spicy, refreshing white IPA hopped with galaxy for juicy aromas, infused with orange peel, coriander, and a zesty edge, and packed with oats and wheat for a soft, fluffy body. So yeah, it might be okay. I just feel like the coriander and orange is going to take over. But there we go. I've had their beers before, and they have a lot of added a lot of flavourings and a lot of concentrates that they add to the beer that I think are a bit overpower the flavours a bit. But anyway, I quite like I say, I like the tropical one they released last time, but I quite like tropical flavours like pineapple and mango and all that sort of stuff. Whereas coriander and orange, it's okay when it's in like something like a whole garden, but when people try and replicate it, it always tastes a bit. So here we go anyway. Craft Lager Bohemia, Buckholm Brewery. Ooh, craft lager, and this came in at £1.29 a bottle. £1.29. Craft lager, 4.7%. This says there are craft beers, and then there's Bohemian craft beer, brewed for the beatniks, created against a convention, made by Mavericks. A bold, crisp and refreshing lager with a style of its own. Prized noble hops and distinct spicy earthy for floral notes, with a smooth bitterness born to stand out. We are alternative. Yeah. Well, you can't go wrong with a noble hops. So that's what you would expect in a decent lager. So we'll see what that's like. Lovely cat, by the way. Actually picked a better one up. Now, there were some other regulars that were in there that I didn't pick up. Obviously, I picked some Luminous Lights up because it's just gorgeous. But there were also a 4-pack as well that I didn't pick up that I've not tried before. I think that was Buckcombe Brewery. I think it was like £4 something for 4 beers, and they were like an IPA, I think. So I might pick them up at some point. And then last but not least, we've got Brains Dark. Now, I've had Brains before. I've had their traditional beers. Deliciously different, 4.1%, Dragon Brewery, Cardiff. A true classic, Brains Dark has been brewed continuously since the 1920s and is still winning awards today. Chocolate malts help create this treacle-coloured yet easy drinking ale with its distinctive creamy head. With a deep, intense flavour containing hints of licorice and freshly ground coffee, Brains Dark goes well with traditional chocolate desserts. I think that might be quite a nice one. I'm quite looking forward to that, I think. Brains Dark. Very traditional, very British. Sounds like it could potentially be a bit of a mild. 4.1%. So there we go, and then we've got the Cameron, I think it's Cameron's Brewery, is it? Where it's Dragon Brewery, Cameron's. So there we go. That's all the beers. So I've got those 5 new beers in there. I'll try and review them. I've got the intention of reviewing them. We shall see if I get around to doing them all. So there you've heard it from me. I don't know if anyone else has put any of these out there first. I'm not going to do a review today, but there we have it. So we've got 5 new beers there. Get down to your Lidl, because it's to me it's a bit of a lottery. You get down there and you have to find them for a start. I've been to Lidl before, and I've struggled to find them. I've got to a point where I'm just about to leave, and then there'll just be in some boxes on side somewhere. So you've got to want these as they don't necessarily sit where the normal beers are. So you might have to have a little look for them, but they are well worth it, and they are so far they've been on the price, and they have got an element of craft about them. They don't just taste cheap. Like the Lidl, like the Aldi ones. The Aldi ones are pretty bad, I think, for the price, and they're not that cheap either, I don't think. So, as far as I'm concerned, in regards to bargain craft beer, Lidl is the place to go. So it looks like they're doing another beer festival. So get yourself down there and try and see if you can pick some of these little gems up. I've been Swinging Steve. Great to see you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.